Bobby Julich reporting on my video blog for Stage 4 of the 2007 Tour de France. Sorry that we didn't get this up and running earlier, but we had a little bit of problems with French customs as well as the French operating software to get something like this up and running and relayed over to you guys in the States. But hopefully we've worked those bugs out, and we'll have a great video blog from here to the end of the race in Paris. Stage 4. Really not that much happened today. Obviously the break was kept a little bit more in check than it was yesterday, where they only caught them in the last couple hundred meters. But today you had much more quality guys into the breakaway, and you had 5 of them, which is pretty dangerous. Guys like Fletcher and Chavanel definitely probably sent off the alarm bells ringing a little bit, and that's why it was a little bit more watched than just those 2 or 4 riders yesterday. The sprint looked like it was a safe and fair sprint. It looked a little bit disorganized, like a bunch of Quick Step and Telecom couldn't quite get their trains together. Bonin was left way back in the pack, as well as McEwen. And Thor Hushovd, using just one lead-out man, was able to get a perfect lead-out from Julian Dean and win the sprint very, very impressively. Thor is a great rider. He's won stages in the Tour before. He's won multiple stages all around the calendar. So it wasn't really that much of a surprise for me to see him win in an uphill headwind sprint like today. I'd have to say the sprinter, the most consistent sprinter and most impressive sprinter to me so far in the race has been Robbie Hunter. He's been right up there in the mix every sprint the last 3 days, and today he was half a bike length from winning a stage of the Tour de France for his team Barlow World, which would have meant a lot because Barlow World was a wild card into the race, and the wild cards are obviously questionable if they belong in the race or not. But Barlow World and Agri Toubel, the 2 wild card teams, or 2 of the 3 wild card teams, definitely been animating the race and justifying their position in the Tour de France this year. Stage 5 tomorrow, it changes gears a little bit. The last couple of days has been flat, not that many hills, hardly any hills at all, long, windy. Tomorrow is also around 200 kilometers, but a lot more climbing. So it's going to give guys to maybe a little bit of a chance to blow out the pipes a little bit, test their legs on the climbs, because they do go up a Category 2 climb tomorrow. It's a little bit far from the finish, but there is a Category 3 not there far from the finish that could split it up and ruin the day for the sprinters. As far as the overall general classification, I think CSC has to start to be a little bit more cautious with the energy that they're expending. Obviously, respecting the jersey and respecting Fabian Cancellara's 2-stage win so far has been impressive. I just hope that they start to think a little bit more about the final 2 weeks of this race, where it really gets difficult, and we don't want to burn too many matches too quickly. And even using guys like Zabriskie and Jens and Kurt now, hopefully they'll be able to recover in time to work very well for Carlos and Frank in the mountains. So tomorrow's stage, I think, is going to be much more animated. There's a lot more King of the Mountain sprints on the line, so that will definitely motivate riders to get to the front and go for those points, go for that jersey, go for the elusive stage win. It would have to be a perfect breakaway in order for it to work, because it's only the 5th stage of the Tour. Guys are still really fresh, and soon we're going to be moving into the mountains, and guys are going to be getting more tired, and the chances for winning this stage are going to get less and less. So tomorrow is going to be a stage for the punchers, for the in-between guys. I don't think you'll see any real major general classification rider expending too much energy tomorrow, because this weekend we have the hard stages starting in the Alps, and they're going to be want to be as rested for that as possible. From there, Fabian really has to be happy so far with his race. It'd be great to keep the jersey for another day or 2, but not at the expense of blowing up the team. So I think you could see Team CSC give a little bit more rein, give a little bit more responsibility to the sprinters teams, because in my opinion they've been doing more than their fair share of work, making sure that the yellow jersey is safe and then it comes to a bunch finish. So congratulations to Tor Hushovd. He's a great guy. I rode with him back at Credit Agricole when he was a Neo-Pro, and right away knew he was going to be a fantastic rider, and he's just gotten better and better in the Tour. Today, even after having a little bit of a stomach problem, he was able to suffer through that and get to the front, and with the help of Julian Dean, got their first win of the Tour de France. So congratulations to Tour, to Julian, and to the whole Credit Agricole team. From here, obviously this is my first entry, so I look forward to reading your questions, and I'll try to answer those either in written form or in my blog the next day. And thank you for joining me on athleteandyou.com.